Hello viewers, it's always exciting to come your way with new topics that I think would interest you. Today, what are we going to look at? A very, very important topic that we would love to share with you. What are the qualities we should look out for in a man? And the qualities to look out for in a good woman. So now, what we look out for in a young man? You are a lady, you find a young man, let's say your classmate, and you so much admire guys who dress well. There's nothing wrong. We all want gentlemen. And there's a guy who speaks very good English softly. And when you hear his voice, your heart melts. There's nothing wrong. There's this guy too that is from a very poor background, hasn't started work yet, but you can see the good in the person. You can always say yes to this young man and then help the person come up with his best. What are the qualities that you should look out for? Is it the looks? Is it the manners? Yes, manners do matter. If the person doesn't have respect, the young man doesn't have respect for the girls in the class, the female lecturers, the female pastors in your church, doesn't respect his sisters, doesn't respect any female, they know that the person you want to put up with might not respect you in the future. What happens before you be able to tell these things? You have to be friends for some time. You have to be observing the person from afar, because immediately there's a relationship, we all begin to act. We are very good actors, and we would tend to act for you to think that we are the best, but we might not be the people we profess or confess to be. So then, what is the most important thing? Is it the looks of the guy? Is it the height? Is it the money he says he has? No, these things do not bring happiness and joy. Just that you need a loyal person. You need a friend at all times. And there's a friend that sticketh closer than a brother. So when you want to choose a partner as a young woman or elderly woman, whoever is prepared to move on with a guy, make sure that the person has a God-fearing heart. The person doesn't look down on the things of God. Make sure that whoever you are going after, the character is the main thing. That is what you're going to live with, because the beauty, the charm, the handsomeness, they all fade away. When the person is aging, the face begins to change. When there's sickness, the person will begin to change. And if the gentleman has to go through a lot of stress, you realize that he's not a nice young person you see. After all, it's only when we are coming out that we dress and put on our best clothes and put on the perfumes that we have bought very expensive. But when you are putting up with the person in your house, the person might not be dressing like you saw him on the streets. So then, what is the secret? Look for a God-fearing person, someone who respects you, someone who respects your tribe, someone who shows regard to the things that you also love or respect. If you are a fan of pets and the person always says negative things about dogs and stuff, know that he will not excite you in any way. Marriage is not only about sex, it's about friendship. So therefore, don't let us concentrate on the voice of the guy when he talks. Oh man, when he begins to give me the broad smiles. Maybe he only smiles in public. What about when he's in bed? He'll be sleeping and he will close his eyes. And remember that the first thing you see in the morning is the guy that married you. So please, don't let us put so much interest in the looks of the person. Let us look at the character, the faithfulness, the humility, the fear for God, the fear for the things of God. Those things do matter. Those things do last. But if you follow structure, wealth, money, this, that, the things that we see with our eyes, they do not last, sisters. The things we see with our eyes, brothers, they don't last long. You would see a beautiful lady. When all the time, when you see people's posters on the walls, that's obituary. Look at the pictures when they were young and look at when they had grown, the difference that you can see. And this is a sign that human beings, we do change. Physically, we do change, but the character is so difficult to change a person's character. The character is inbuilt, the person's temperament. It's something that he or she grows up with. So ladies, don't look out for cars, cash, but rather look out for the other C, character. What did I say? Girls, let's consider 3 C's. 2 C's don't follow cash, cars, rather follow character. What is the person's character like? How respectful is the person? How committed is the person? How approachable is the person? Does the person respect you? Does the person love you? Does the person communicate with you effectively? These things are the things we don't see with our eyes, and these are the things that do last. It's not about the shoes he wears. Some even borrow the shoes from their friends. When they want to come and then propose to you, the day he wants to impress you, he knows you. He knows that you only want to see shirts, tie, and shoes and all that. So he went to a friend, borrowed the shirt, borrowed the trousers, borrowed everything, sprayed himself with a friend's perfume or that of the parents, comes to you, proposes to you, and you think, wow, bingo, that is him. I've gotten the guy of my taste. Remember, we are not going to marry shirts. We are not going to marry trousers. Neither are we going to marry shoes and all that. It's a human being and his character. So let us be careful when we are choosing our heads for our future marriage. Now, to the men, I know that everyone wants a goodly woman, a good-looking woman, a pretty woman. That's their dream. But then there are people who are intelligent, and the inside beauty, when it comes out, makes everything nice. It's not about the container, it's about the content. Because you can see a very nice container, you see the perfume, you say this container is nice. You spray it on your body and it's nothing but a stinky something. So therefore, let's look for what is the content in the container, not the container itself. It's true we can improve upon the container when the content is good, because we are going to marry a human being with her character. It's not her beauty that you are going to marry. It's true, you'll be happy if such a beautiful girl follows you wherever you go. You want to show off your wife that after all, Vasti's beauty, when it was time for her to show to the people, she couldn't turn out. She was so proud that I'm beautiful, I will not respect the king's command. And what happened? She was thrown away. So please, don't let us depend so much on the physical looks of the potential wives we would want to pick on. Rather, let's look out for their character. So for the gentlemen, don't look at beauty, don't look at charm, don't look at body, the vital stats and the long hair. Nowadays, we have artificial hair. I'm telling you the truth. Some are so unique and talented that when they fix the artificial hair, you can't even tell the difference. But in the homes, we don't dress like we do outside. Nobody will put on makeups and stay in the house the whole day. Just a few, maybe to even act or to just make her happy. But the truth of the matter is the character. What kind of home is the person going to put across? What kind of training is this person going to give to your children? What kind of food is she going to prepare for you? Are you going to depend on caterers or house helps or restaurants to provide food daily? What about if you have visitors at night? So these are the things that you should look out for. If you see a lady and she has all the qualities you are looking for, but she can't cook, help her. Look for someone to assist her in cooking and for her to also learn. Is she willing to learn? Is she that humble? Does she respect your family, your tribe? These are the things you should look out for. For the vital stars, all these things shall be added unto you. When there's beauty inside, it was going to work outside. It now can be bought from the shop, but the beauty inside is not bought anywhere. So let's follow things that are within, not things that are without. Look for character, follow character, and shun charm and beauty. With character, you can polish the lady to look beautiful. Look, these days I have come to realize that when we're growing up, all the ladies that we thought in our class that they were so beautiful, when we grew up into our 40s and 50s, things have changed. We've realized that most of them couldn't keep up with the beauty, and rather the ones that we thought were not comely are becoming prettier by the day. What is the difference? It's what is within them that is shining from without. So please, gentlemen, don't let us concentrate so much on the outward beauty. If we are not careful, we'll bring a beauty queen into our house, and then we would end up having a beast and not a beauty queen. We'd rather have a beast, a queen that is a beast. Is that what you want? Because Bible even warns us against a nagging wife. It says it's better to be like a spider in the corner of the roof than to live in the house of the wife that is always nagging. So men, let us take this advice. It would help us. If you want to build a home, if you want to have a peaceful marriage, look out for the inner beauty. A woman that fears the Lord shall be praised, and the fear of the Lord is from within. That is when you have a wife, not a beauty queen, but you have the prettiest of all women, being the one who fears God. Let us choose properly, because whatever we choose, it's whatever we're going to get. Don't be deceived. For beauty, these days we even have underwears that gives us that guitar shape that you so much want. You'll be surprised. They are not like that. They are fake. They are fake breasts now, fake hips, fake buttocks. Everything is fake. So please, the inner beauty. Once I saw somebody post that they don't work with x-rays, and therefore we should stop saying that beauty is within, beauty is within. Let me tell you, that one is a joke. Beauty radiates from the heart. Let us follow the heart of the people we want to pair up, because people might be handsome, 6 feet, big voice, very romantic, but a wife beater. The person might look rich today, but the person might be faking. And the monies that you think he'll be giving to you, you end up serving the person with your resources. I know of a lady who married someone who was so much grown than her. She thought she had hit a jackpot and thought that all the problems in her family has been resolved. Unfortunately for my friend, she's paying for the guy. She's keeping the guy up in terms of feeding, clothing, everything, because now he's too old. He can't even work. He was never faithful. He was never who he said he was. So let's watch out and make good choices. Don't let us follow physical things. Let us look out for spiritual things. Spiritual things do last. Mind you, spiritual things are the things that matter. What we see with our eyes, they do not last. But what we don't see, they are the ones we should go for. So let prayer guide you and know who you are going in for. And I know that if you take this advice carefully, you would not land yourself in trouble. One would ask, what if the person looked good, but when you took the person to the house, the person is something else? It seldom happens. But let me tell you, if the person is God-fearing, if you look for a mentor, if you look for a counselor, a pastor, the person is spoken to, they will change. We've had situations like that, but when they were talked into understanding why they were brought to the altar, they changed. And there were some that didn't even know that sex is part of marriage, because they had always kept themselves pure. They didn't know that every day they should be prepared to make their spouses happy. But after they were talked to, because they are humble in heart, they listened and things worked out. So friends out there, watch out. Choose character, not cars, not cash. For the gentlemen, choose character, not beauty, not charm. Thank you for watching. We'll come your way again next time.